Okay, I did not do any Allied assaults during the Allied assault segment. There were not enough units to really risk attacking on an odds-based combat results table, especially since the ones that I would have used would have had to fight across cliff and or let's see, what's it called? Bluff hex sites. So we're going to move right on into the blowing gaps phase, in which each sub-beach that has an engineer demolition points, whatever, will attempt to blow some gaps. That's errata. There's charts and tables. All right. Basically total up the number of engineer points on that particular sub-beach, roll a die, and that's the number of gaps that you will blow in the beach, and you'll move that marker basically, or put a marker there in the box on that same sub-beach, equaling the number of gaps that you blow. So I get a little bit closer here. Closer does not mean focused. All right. Try to zoom in just a little bit here. All right, let's see if we can get yeah, I guess that'll do. Looks kind of blurry to me, but then again. All right. Where are my forceps? There they are. We're going to do this beach first. Can be seen. I have two demolition engineer demolition points there. Using the demolition table, the 2, I need a 3 or better. Roll the 1. Nothing happens there, and I'm not sure what happens to the demolition points that are used. I'll have to try to figure that out. Next one will be that one, of which I think there's 3 points there, so that'll take us to a different column. Die roll is a 3. That is 1 demolition point. Put it down here, and I guess I removed these. Okay. Well, it's an inauspicious start. We still blurred. Autofocus is just not what it's cracked up to be. Come on. You can do it. Come on. We'll find B that way. Anyway, the next one is going to be a 2, which I held up there trying to show you. All right, let's get rid of this blur here a little bit. Any luck? Yeah, there we go. It uses autofocus. However, the autofocus usually focuses in on the blurry one. Okay, we're on the 2 column. 1 die. The die hit the floor. Doesn't count. Pardon me. We roll a 2, and that is no effect. So I guess we take this away, huh? I'll have to find out what happens to those. This one here. Same thing. I rolled a 5 on the 2. 1 point. So I'll bring it down. We'll just flip it over. Alright, we've blown 2 gaps so far. Okay, this one right here. Oops, that didn't count. Looks like a 2 strength. Rolled a 1, no effect. And let's see, the last one. Make sure that thing stays in some sort of autofocus type thing. All right, never mind. Rolled a 5, and that looks like a 1. All right. Now the engineers have had less than 50% success. All right. After this, I think we'll go to the unpinning units. During the mutual unpinning segment, try to put this camera somewhere over here. Let's zoom in just a hair. Oh yeah, that improved things tremendously. Not. I know. It's all production problems. All right. It's all equipment problems. Now let's go to the unpinning. All German units are automatically unpinned during the mutual unpinning segment of the Allied sea landing phase. Allied units may attempt to unpin, or later units may attempt to unpin units with or adjacent to them on the map. On a die roll equal to or less than the leader's rating, all units stacked with or adjacent to that leader are unpinned. As I said before, I'm not using Allied leaders, so I think I looked at some of the ratings, and it looks like 3 or so is about the average. So I'll probably just use a 3 or less. Or if I really want to give them an advantage, let's use 4 or less. Yeah, you know, it's my game. So German units are unpinned automatically, which in and of itself I don't feel is necessarily a realistic game system, subsystem. I would think that they would suffer from random unpinning as well, but it must have some kind of play balance issue. Come on. Old people should not use forceps, especially when I can't remember where the unit hex was. It was there because this was going to be a gap. Or was it here? It was here, because I was going to attempt to make a gap through there. Okay, let's see if we can remember. This one was in the city. Or town, or whichever. The famous unpinning flipping counters overseen. I'll do it probably off camera next. This sea landing phase I just want to kind of use as a how do I put it, as a demonstration, I guess, more than anything. Okay, autofocus, autofocus. Come on, you can do it. Whatever you do, never buy a cheap webcam. There we go, I guess that's good enough. I know, the suspense is killing you. Okay, I think I got most of my units unpinned, and I think I got them pretty much where they belong. Alright, let's start with the allies. We're going to use 4-point leaders, just because that's how I want to do it. Adjust this camera a little bit. Sorry. But really, my videos are more for my consumption than anything else. I apologize if for some reason they don't quite seem to be geared towards public consumption, i.e. quality. But anyway, these games I play solo, I only played them once or twice, if that, and they're just for my own enjoyment, I guess. So, I still got a real crappy thing going here. There we go. Now, don't breathe. Alright, I'm going to roll a die. 4 or less will unpin an allied unit. this here. Well, I'm not from the south. We're going to roll a 4 or less, hopefully. Yes. So he's unpinned. These are American Big Red 1 type units. Of course they unpin. Next unit. Ha. Rallying on the beach. Because frankly, I don't see how they can make any progress. I don't see how they can make any progress considering the fact that they can be pinned so easily, and that's fair. But yet, oops, the armored unit doesn't make it. They can be pinned so easily, and that's fine, but rallying these units seems to be very low odds for the most part, and that one doesn't. And even with the 1 to 4, several units do not rally. So I think that is the last thing we do in the landing segment. Mutual unpinning, second LIC landing phase, identical to segments A through 1 of the first one, and then all that type of stuff. So that's it for just didn't show much over here. That's it for the first landing segment. We had 3 gaps blown, which we don't even get an attempt to blow gaps on the next turn or the 4th turn because of the high tide. So I frankly don't see any possibility mathematically of them gaining the 45 gaps to be blown. However, I haven't really looked at what's under. Let's look back over here of what units are coming on. This camera and this tripod. Camera on this tripod is probably going to take a nosedive. We have engineers and demo points coming there. Infantry, engineer, demo points. It's possible by the end of the day to get a few up there, so I don't know. Some of the strategy articles and stuff that I've read indicate that it is a pretty close run thing. Mathematically, very hard for the Allies to blow enough gaps in the 4 turns that they have. But we'll see. There's 3 stages per term, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, when I come back, we're just going to do little snippets of the various turns and phases and just kind of see how much progress the Allies are making. I'm just going to try and cover the highlights and stuff since I don't want to bore you any more than I already have. I like the game. I like the game system for as old as it is. And I love SPI games. Even though they're far from perfect, they still give me a certain enjoyment. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So, anyway, I shall chat with you later. Bye now.